the way. Our body stays at the back, our fingernails are looking away from the head, and we pull the hair up horizontally and parallel to the floor. Keeping our body firmly at the back and making sure our finger position is square and parallel to the floor guarantees we have to pull the hair back and up, create the hair longer with graduation towards the front. And again, we cross-check horizontally from the bottom up. Making sure our hair is getting longer towards the front. We do exactly the same pivot on the other side. We use a very strong guide from the front of the slither we cut in our triangle section, and every time we take a pivot section, we just make sure the top of the section we pivot from is in line with the line that separates the two top sections. Keeping our body firmly at the back, fingernails looking away from the head for added softness, finger position square and parallel to the floor, over directing the hair back and up so we create length and graduation at the front. As we take each pivot section and pull the hair back, we twist our fingers so they are parallel with the top section that separates the two top sections. Please be aware that it's only the bottom of the pivoted section that travels towards the front, not the top of the section, which stays put the whole way through the pivot. We cross-check again to make sure we are getting longer towards the front. Cross-checking is the only way to find out if we are going in the right direction, which is reassuring if we are, and if we're not, we need to go back to our original sections to adjust. This tenacity is the only way that we'll make sure that we get our head around the neck. Is in line with the line that separates the two top sections. Keeping our body firmly at the back, fingernails looking away from the head for added softness, finger position square and parallel to the floor, over directing the hair back and up so we create length and graduation at the front. As we take each pivot section and pull the hair back, we twist our fingers so they are parallel with the top section that separates the two top sections. Please be aware that it's only the bottom of the pivoted section that travels towards the front, not the top of the section, which stays put the whole way through the pivot. We cross-check again to make sure we are getting longer towards the front. Cross-checking is the only way to find out if we are going in the right direction, which is reassuring if we are, and if we're not, we need to go back to our original sections to adjust. This tenacity is the only way that we'll make sure that we get our head around the neck. Let's have a head check. Take pivoting sections, fingernails looking away from the head, pull the hair up and back behind the ear, finger angle horizontal parallel to the floor and over direct to the first section. We are now going to wrap dry the underneath hair before moving on to the top cut. Why? So we can get the underneath cut perfect first, which will make the top just fall into place easier and quicker. Silly sausage. We simply concentrate on blow drying the roots. We brush the hair one way, then another, drying the roots so they lay naturally with even rooted direction, so we can nail the cut. Let's have a head check. Wrapping the
can you bring somebody on Thursday morning? Kind of like somebody to do a set of files on Thursday morning. Yeah, all the level 2s and all.
Oh, remember how to do it?
Well, no, honestly, I wouldn't like hold it against you if you're a little bit thingy, but I can't make everybody on level 2 skills tests. And everyone that comes in from outside skills tests, and if they've gone straight from level 2 to level 3.
Was the VRQ what you did or MVQ?
You didn't finish your level 3, did you?
Well, no, I was just about to go level 3 and I leave.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to do level 1. You might have to do level 2 if
You did get level 3 because you were me, and I didn't take any level 2s. You were about halfway through. So I remember I didn't you were apprentice. You were working at a salon, and it was about the time you lost your mum. Yeah. Oh, no. I know that, but that's when it was. Yeah. So I knew you'd started your level 3. It's not a problem at all, but I know exactly where you got to. You completed your level 2 and you left to look after your mum. Well, I can remember. You left to look after your mum because she was very poorly, and then you subsequently lost your mum, unfortunately. and you didn't manage to finish. But it's not a problem coming back to do it. You did this NVQ, it's VRQ now anyway. But it's just...
Oh, was it MVQ?
Yeah, she was an apprentice.
Right.
So I wouldn't know what to do, would I get help or would I?
What you've got to do is you've got to get a loan, you've got to do the level 3, right? So it's like a learning loan. It's like going to university. So you print it up, we tell you all that, so you don't need to worry about it. Everybody gets it, doesn't matter if you have £1 million in the bank, you'd still get this loan. And you've got to be earning then you you could have a lot of people in the bank, honestly, you would still get the loan. They don't look at what you've got in the bank, they don't look at where you're from, what you've got coming in, if you're on benefits, if you're working and earning a lot of money, they don't look at that. As long as you come from this country, you'll get the loan. And you've got to be earning £23,000 to pay back. So a lot of people will never pay back. But that's the only way to get to level 3 now.
Do you have to pay for this course or is it covered by the loan?
No, it's covered by the loan. Everything's covered by the loan. And you'll probably be entitled to some...
Was it? Because obviously...
How old are you now?
I'm 23. I couldn't find a job in the one down, so I started care sick. Then I went to do big okay, and then I did fucking work for Nissan. In 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so you were very young. I have to talk all that.
They finished this when we was in 2 weeks ago. So I was like, let's just get set up for a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, we finished this because I couldn't get home on my account. I don't know where the burn is, but where it's burn. I walked away half an hour by myself. We just didn't care. I was thinking, well, I'm a bit worried about going there by
Have you
myself.
still got your house? Did you still manage to keep your house or did you give you a little flat?
I won the house.
Oh, you won the
Yeah,
house,
so
well done.
kick us out. There was a week.
Well, now you
Council work?
Oh, but she went through it, because I know you kind of remember what was going on at the time, but she was one of my apprentices, and my mum was very, very poorly. And then you obviously had to go and look after her, and then obviously you lost your mum, and we're going to get her out of the house and everything. But no, it's not a problem at all. I mean, the only...
you might be better off just going straight back onto level 2, you know, because it's totally changed.
Yeah, obviously, like you know, I need to just boost the confidence up because I didn't do anything in the first time that was in. All I was doing was watching him.
I mean, that's the option for you. You could do level 2 again if you wanted to go through level 2 because it's VRQ now, not MVQ. So you could, and that would be 2 full years of it, and that would start.
But you don't have to pay for the level 2, so you wouldn't have to get your learning loan until next year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're part of the early Stafford education now, so the techniques that you learn will be like totally different to what you learned before. So it's like another
that'd be a good thing for you that if you did the level, and you don't have to do a skills test for that. You can go straight on to level 2, and you'll sort of you feel like you've got more confidence. You feel like you can't remember anything, you'll get straight back. Then you'll be a little bit ahead of everyone else.
Because like obviously, you can't live with your partner. He's got a good job, but he's got his skills as well. I'm thinking, you went find something that you want to do. You went to your hairdressing or your childcare. So I went, you know, it's like I'm just going to go back and hairdressing. It's always stuck with
Obviously, you come back.
The
You're
thing
always
is,
good at it. You are really good at it. So it's not like
I know I took you. Did I take you level 1 or level 2?
So you live nice.
See you here.
My friend, she came and she was one night.
You were a full timer as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
I think that was level 1, wasn't it? And then you went on an apprentice for level 2.
So do you know, like, if I went on level 2, which I think I prefer doing now, so I can refresh everything.
Honestly, if you're feeling a little bit, God.
There's only a certain amount of people that get the benefit of it because we're NVQ, we've gone up VRQ, so you can do it. If you've done it a couple of years later, you would have done VRQ, you wouldn't be allowed to do it, but you can now, so it's a little bit of a benefit for you, really.
Yeah, so would I still get help with one kind of thing, just because obviously I wouldn't have a job or anything?
Oh, you still sign on the door. Are you on the door?
No, it is. I went to Citizens Advice, and this I was entitled to a contribution GSA, and I'm not entitled to it. I'm living off my
How? Yeah, but you
Is
can't
it
live off nothing
Is it because you live with your boyfriend? That might be the only thing. If you're living with that boyfriend and you're not on job seekers allowance, you need to be on job seekers allowance to get your course for free.
Right.
And your boyfriend not live somewhere else?
That's the only thing. So you've got to be on job seekers. I'm going to crack on with this. If you want to come and do the skills test, I'm doing it at 9 o'clock Thursday morning. You can bring somebody in, you want to come in and do the skills test for level 3. If not, this is the tutor for level 2. This is Rebecca. She did level 2 a few years ago. Right. Level 3. Had some personal problems. She lost her mum and everything. It was a really awful time for her. And she had to drop out, look after her mum. So she could come back level 3. we were saying she could do, if we could work out the sort of funding side, but she could do
Right.
level 2 again.
I think she
She
went
would be
down
very
level
well.
2. Confidence-wise, it's about, how long, about 3 or 4 years?
Lots to
And that's what I'm telling her, like, there's lots of new techniques what we do, which you would
So on
benefit
the
from.
diagonal. So we straighten with continuity from the root to the
On
tips.
job seekers.
Fingernails looking away from the top to make the top. Just put
Because she was
true,
working.
even root in direction.
So you've got no form of income, just your boyfriend.
With the straighteners and comb in the same hand, all your fingers holding the comb securely, and the straighteners resting in our palms, we section the hair on the diagonal, holding the hair above out the way with the thumb on our free other
Do you
hand.
know what I mean?
We place the straighteners in the hair also on the diagonal, so we straighten with continuity from the root to the tips, putting a slight subtle bend into the ends. The reason why we section on the diagonal and hold the straighteners and comb in the same hand, and hold the hair we don't want to straighten out of the way with our thumb, is so we don't use clips, which will leave the hair clip mark free. Because we don't use clips, the straightening process will be faster and more effective. Holding the straighteners and comb in the same hand, section the hair at a 45-degree angle with the straighteners also at a 45-degree angle. Pull the hair out straight from the head and the comb goes in between the thumb.
What's Peter supposed to do? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'll change sorry. But it's right now, isn't it? Do you want to,
Which is new bomber.
an ocean squash? Nah.
I was told used to that.
Well, Catherine, where's Catherine gone? I'm saying I would take her on level 3. I just think she'd benefit a lot more from having another go at level 2
Yeah.
because of what was going on at the time. But I would take her on to level 3 with a skills test, no bother at all. Seriously, I
So
would.
what do you want to do? Do you want to sign support and see if you can get somebody in on Thursday? And then it's leaving the options open, isn't it? Then you can always get the learner loan. The level 3, if, you know,
The
obviously.
thing with the level 3 is you can come into extra sessions. So like you could come in and like an extra cutting session and things like that to get like more of a, because we go over the basic cuts anyway at level 3, but then you can jump into other classes. So in with the level 2s, do you know what I mean? Just to keep upskilling and upskilling and upskilling.
But I'll probably still come in to get the skills test just in case you go and get on that job.
Yeah. And then you can show the skills test, and even if Caroline says, yeah, your skills are good to know, when you get on your job seekers, wherever, you say, actually, Caroline, I've got my job seekers, I want to
Yeah,
do level 2.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine.
It's
Just
all
do
about
whatever
you, it's not
fits
about us, it's about you, and the right direction for your life. And I think if you can get the level 2, will definitely benefit you, rather than go, it's just to build your confidence up, give yourself another year to build your confidence up. Do you know what I mean?
Make you the best fitness you can.
Absolutely.
It's settled.
I know, but
Oh, God, look, I had loads of students who
loads.
don't
I mean,
do
some of
that.
my level 1s this year did it when they were 16 and they're like 20 odd now. And, you know, it's like just things happen in your life and sometimes it's not the right time, but now they're enjoying it more because we're a bit older and we're a little bit wiser. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm enjoying. Well, it's not like, you know, invested, it's not, wasn't prioritised in your life at the time, was it? Fab. Right, so we'll get you, shall I sign her up on, or do you want to just wait till Thursday?
Well, I can fill an application form in for on Thursday. It's not a problem. I'll sign you up on either one Thursday. So if you want to pop in and see us Thursday morning, I'm going to be in here 9 o'clock till about 12:30. And if you've sorted out your job seekers or what have you, then if you've sorted your job seekers, we'll just sign you up on level 2. And if you haven't, we'll do your skills test. It doesn't even have to be a full set of files, and I know you're rusty, so don't worry about that. I just need to like have a
Get your mannequin head out.
yeah.
That's a question.
No idea. I've got nobody, I'm afraid.
Yeah. All right, that's fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. And the thing is, you don't need to do a skin test because it's not going on the scalp, so even people who's like got allergy to hair.
I
Oh, you're welcome, John. It's lovely seeing you. I'm glad you're all
I
right.
tell you what to do, Rebecca, if you get your job seeker sorted and you don't want to come in Thursday, just come in Friday morning from 10 o'clock, anytime from 10, and we'll just get you signed up for the level 2 in uniforms, because we're doing uniforms Friday.
Yeah.
So it'll save you coming in. Just come in Thursday morning if you need to do a skills test.
Right, I'll bring up first thing tomorrow morning and see what's going on.
Right, brilliant.
You're welcome.
No bother, no bother.
See you later, darling. Bye.
She had a terrible, terrible time, Catherine, terrible. She was such a lovely being. And her mum, she just basically, from being about 16-year-old, her mother was really poorly. And she would, like, come in and say, like, look dreadful and say, I've been up all night with her, she's been thrown up everywhere, she's thrown up blood, she's this, that and the other. And she dropped out of her level 3 apprenticeship, and she literally had, like, they sacked her in her job because she kept missing work because of her mum. And I can't remember where she was, top to or somewhere. And then she dropped out, and she literally had about 3 assessments left to do, and she just said, I just can't come in. Then the next thing I got a text saying her mum had died, and I thought, well, we'll not get her back. She's not in the right place just now, so...
Hello.
But she was the one that was the most dependable, you know.
Yeah, she
All right,
was.
have you dropped Anna off?
Little bit like the Megan thing.
Yeah. All right, have you got the dog with you?
Yeah.
All right, okay, then we'll watch what
Nice
you're
Ben,
doing.
she deserves another go.
Definitely.
All right.
I've
Okay, then.
probably got a file
Bye,
somewhere with all that work
okay,
in, her
bye.
level 3 work, because I don't think I got rid of them. The ones that didn't quite finish. Because she was an apprentice, and I was always under the... I always hoped that, you know, she'd give it a couple of months then, say, can I come back and finish? And we could have just carried on. But it'll be somewhere. But she was definitely very close to the end of her level 3.
And she was good at level 2. Is that about level 2?
I think I had a level 2.
You had one?
Trying to think whose group she was in. She was lovely Ben, no.
She was one of those that transferred from... She was like
Nikki
Sophie
Thompson's
Tyser.
group?
What, for level 3? No,
No,
mine.
level 2.
What was she doing?
Nikki Thompson's.
Don't
I think
know.
she was.
But she...
Dark hair.
Well, you mean,
Nikki Thompson, that was your thingy's friend. Your Nikki's friend, isn't it? Nikki Thompson? No. Oh no, the whingy one. One who was, I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she's
Morning myrtles, I'll call them.
but she was so good as a level 2. We transferred over to an apprenticeship. We got her an
well, that
apprenticeship.
says everything, because that's what we did then, we did these good ones.
We've done that this year with Sophie Tyser, because it's the best option for us.
Yeah.
I know, I better go.
I know, I finished at 4 o'clock.
Thank you for your commitment today, Caroline. You got a big 10 for that.
I'm taking the town back.
Hairdressing, beauty. Beauty. Just have a seat, she'll not be long.
Lovely, thank you. Just moving from place to place. Oh, thanks.
I'm back. This is my 4th one today. I'm knackered now. Absolutely knackered.